Hey, how's it going? Sniper Elite 2 was on Steam for free the other day, so I thought I'd grab it, and it might make a good backdrop for this video. I used to play the first Sniper Elite a lot of years ago. I really enjoyed that, and this seems pretty similar from what I can remember. I have to say though, after playing DayZ for so long, I find games like this pretty unfulfilling. I sort of feel like I'm going through the motions, just killing AI one after the other. You don't get that heart-pounding tension and nervousness. It can feel more rewarding to get an engagement with a single person in DayZ and not even kill them or get killed and get away, than to kill 100, characters, AI characters in a game. So games like this are a very different experience, where you're getting kind of funneled down an area with these, bots popping up. And it's fun, just in a very different way. It's like you're solving a puzzle rather than battling with someone who, battling with another human, trying to outsmart them and trick them. In DayZ, it's a battle of wills and patience and intelligence, and a lot of luck, unfortunately, especially with the randomness of the engine. But anyways, today I'm going to answer a few frequently asked questions. First of all, my monitor is in 1610, not 16:9. So the videos I record are also in 1610, and when I upload those, there's always going to be a couple of black bars on either side of the video. In my older videos I recorded in 1610, but edited it into a 16:9 box, so the black squares are permanent. But with the later ones, that's YouTube adding in the black boxes if you see them. So there's nothing I can do about that unless I get a 16:9 monitor, and that's not going to happen anytime soon because I'm pretty broke. A question I've had a few times is why I say DayZ. I say it that way because a lot of people in England, Canada, Australia say it that way. It's really the Americans who started pronouncing Z as Z, and because America has a lot of cultural influence, people in other countries have been saying it pretty commonly now as well. One of the main reasons I say Z is because Dad got the shits with me when I was a kid, when I was pronouncing it as Z, and he told me not to use that American shit. He's not a fan of the Yanks. In fact, I remember Dean Hall himself saying DayZ with his Kiwi accent a couple of years ago. He started saying Z probably just to make the branding more consistent, and it seemed to be confusing people, so it would make sense for him to pronounce it that way. A few people, after watching some of the clan battle stuff that I've done recently with SG1 and TLA, they requested that we do it in first person only on a hardcore server instead of a regular server, and this was the most common response, the most common bit of feedback I actually got, which I found surprising. But the answer is that I would personally prefer to do it in first person only. Absolutely, I really don't like third person. The problem is that other people I play with prefer third person, and that's always the issue with first versus third. Even though first person servers are available and I would like to play on them, I'm often forced to play on regular anyway, unless I'd like to be lone wolfing it or playing on an empty server. Personally, I'd like to see third person removed from the game, but that's never going to happen, and I don't want any debates about it in the comments or anything. Just drop it. It's not going to get removed, and the first person players will always be in the minority, and they're always going to be annoyed and unfulfilled, unfortunately. I know it's frustrating, but you just have to get over it. Another one was, why were we playing in DayZ when we could have been setting up the whole situation in Arma 3? And we could definitely do that. We may do that sort of thing in the future. I think it's really interesting to do it in DayZ though, because it has different weapons, it has a different health system. There's Chernarus Plus, which is a fantastic map and just getting better and better. And it just feels different. This game's set in a zombie apocalypse, and it's fun to do, even though the game's still really deep in alpha. It's very glitchy, laggy and everything. There's all these other problems. The other engines could do a lot of these things better. But in short, the answer to that is just because we just decided to do it. So I'm getting multiple daily requests for people to play with me who I've never played with before. The majority of you I will not be able to play with because I just simply don't have the time. And often I'd rather play with someone I know and trust and have a little bit of a rapport with. It's a bit of a lucky dip when you play with randoms. They could be really annoying or just waste your time. I found the majority of people I've just played with out of the blue have been awesome. But again, it's simply a matter of time. I work full time. I try to play games. Half my time when I'm to do with the channel is divided between actually playing the games and editing the videos. So half of my time is taken up just editing videos. So if I get a night where I can play some games, I'd like to try to spend that as efficiently as possible and get something done. But it doesn't hurt to add me on Steam or hit me up and ask me. I may say yes. I probably won't. But you know, I appreciate any feedback, and the fact that you're asking to play with me in the first place, it's I take it as a compliment, and it's an honour that you would like my content so much that you would try to reach out and play with me. It's awesome. It's amazing. I'm honestly thankful for that, and having too many people to play with is a really good problem to have. And regarding that, I have a little announcement. I was thinking that people who like my videos would probably have similar taste to each other, and a lot of them might get along. In fact, I know a lot of them would get along. And I've been trying to think of ways to hook everyone up when they need someone to play with. Vanguard from TLA suggested that I start a Steam group, so I've done that. I've called it Vigilantes. So if you'd like to be part of the group, let me know. Message me your Steam name and I can add you. Beware though, don't ask to join the group unless you would like to be getting requests from other people to play, and vice versa. I'm sure the vast majority of people will be pretty nice and cool, but there will be trolls and shitheads. You can't avoid them on the internet or in life. I'm not sure how I'm going to police that. Maybe I'll be able to ban people sometimes. Just let me know through Steam if you have any trouble with anyone and I'll try to sort it out. I've never run a Steam group before, but we'll see how this goes. From time to time I may just jump into the Steam group, grab everyone who's online and tell everyone to jump in a server so we can have a go. There's a new website I've been using and posting my videos on that you should check out. It's called Gamer Clips. I'm going to make a video specifically about this website. It's a place where you can share your stuff and find new videos and vote them up or down. It kind of has some of the features of Reddit in a way, but also sort of like a forum or Facebooky. It's a bit of a mix, so I think it fills an interesting niche and it could work, especially as more members join and vote on different videos, which would make the results more relevant. Like I said, I'll talk more about that in a different video. I found out recently that Brian Hicks, who is a producer for DayZ, has been watching some of my videos. I really love it when developers like the content I make about their work. I think it means I'm doing at least something right if I'm presenting their vision of a game in the way that they would like to see it presented, especially without them having any input on what sort of content I make. I actually asked Brian for an interview. He's pretty busy, obviously, and I understand that. If he said yes to every YouTuber who asked for an interview, he'd have absolutely no time left, I'd say. But I'll hit him up occasionally and see if I can grab him sometime. I've also communicated with the developers of Insurgency, and they are dead set champions and really helpful. Just hard-working people with a great idea. They've also helped me a lot by sharing my videos on their Facebook page and Twitter account. And that reminds me, I saw this comment about some of my slow motion videos, about how I missed some shots and wasn't playing very well or something. First of all, remember it's happening in slow motion. It's at 1/3 of the speed of normal speed. Second of all, I actually intentionally choose moments where I miss shots. They return fire, I take cover, I jump out, shoot at them again and miss, and it's a bit of a struggle. There's a bit of drama. You're not sure exactly who's going to win or how. You know, I want viewers to be clenching their ass cheeks and wondering what's going to happen second to second. If I just filmed myself walking around a corner and headshotting someone, I just find that really boring. I mean, I can do that for you if you want. If you guys would like to see a frag highlight or something like that, I can definitely make it. I could edit together nothing but headshots and times where I've walked into a room and killed 6 people and stuff. It's not very hard to do. I'm just personally more interested in being forced to adapt to unusual situations, these awkward decisions, the drama, the sort of micro story. That's part of the reason I'm not so into competitive gaming, or never really aspired to be a competitive gamer or anything. It kind of takes all the fun out of it. To me, it makes it work. I love being dropped into a new map for the first time and trying to figure it out and find the best positions and the best strategies. problem solving in the moment, rather than perfecting a map and perfecting skills and techniques to the point where you know exactly what you're going to do, you know exactly what the enemy's going to do, and it comes down to who has the best twitch reflexes. I like the more dynamic and creative and scary stuff where you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know where the enemy is. That's part of the reason I love DayZ so much. You're not funneled down a single street with NPC enemies there just waiting for you to shoot them. You're walking across a massive map, you don't know where anyone is, nobody knows where you are, you get ambushed at any second. That's part of the reason your heart rate goes up so much, because there's so much unknown. There are so many unknown factors, and you're constantly trying to figure it out and build a picture of the battlefield and the intentions of your opponent and all that sort of thing, to adapting to these new situations. And as far as I'm concerned, in Insurgency, it's a game where I can jump in and have a quick blast and have a lot of fun, shoot people and stuff. But there's also more wiggle room for creativity than there is in other games like Counter-Strike. It's also a bit more realistic, and I love realism. I love difficulty and challenges. If I'm not losing a lot, then I lose interest. I hate grinding. I hate just games that make it too easy for you. I'm always trying to improve my tactical and strategic thinking. I want to be good at being able to perform under pretty intense and nerve-wracking conditions. It's part of the reason I train martial arts as well, and I come at it with the same kind of mentality. At the end of the day, it's all for enjoyment, to make me happier. Just trying to do more of what I love to do. And the end goal of all this, what I would like to be able to do, is make videos full time. I'd like to make more of them, and better quality. I can definitely make better videos if I had more time, if I had more money, if I didn't have to work in a real job. So I'll be pushing towards that. I may never get there, but I'll try to have some fun along the way. One thing I've decided to do to that end is to ask for donations, and via Bitcoin. I've made about $50 in total through ad revenue on YouTube, which is great, but doesn't pay the bills, and I'm broke as hell. So if you have any Bitcoins to spare, you should be able to see a QR code popping up on the screen right now, and throw me some of your bits if you have any. Also, let me know what you think of that, of asking for donations in the first place. Is it rude? Is it a bit dodgy? Do I sound, I don't know, like a fuckwit? You tell me. I may can the whole idea depending on your feedback. Or I may end up putting a QR code at the end of every video. I think I'll finish it there. Just want to say thank you all so much for the support. I'm really enjoying the whole process. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing it, and join all these other wonderful people who have excellent taste and remarkably attractive physical characteristics. Cheers, and see you in the next video.